I'll be real quickly brief, but I just want to recognize somebody tonight. Obviously, any law enforcement jurisdiction needs help from the public on solving crime and doing a third eye. And I've got several people in the community that help us, but I've got one individual that's helped us a lot over the last few years. In fact, I've lost count. I know there's 3 or 4 suspects that's been arrested just strictly by this man that's keeping an eye out and calling us and giving us information. One of them was running a meth lab and actually burnt a trailer down, but he had contacted me about this person, giving me all the information. He started watching, started investigation, and that led to this subject had a pretty lengthy criminal record. Another one, right off the top of my head, was the child abuse case that we made cases on. Another subject that he contacted me about was a individual that was a sex offender that wasn't registered here from out of state. And he gave us information, and we just happened to be watching the right place and the right time when we talked. But without jeopardizing him, and mention a lot of names and suspects in these other cases, but I do want to recognize the subject for contributing, keeping the people of Stewart County safe, especially those that are the back and forth on the schools in here. So, Mr. A.C. Camino, you'll come up. Platform is Sheriff's Award, Stewart County Sheriff's Department. A.C. Camino presented for his assistance to the Stewart. Presented for his assistance to the Stewart County Sheriff's Office in helping to keep the citizens of our county safe. Presented this 6th day of April 2026 and signed by myself and Chief Deputy. So I want to say thank you very much for all you do. Keep up the good work. Thank you, buddy. All right.
Hey, I know this. I would have won a tie.
Thank you all.
This time we're going to call the Stewart County Commission meeting to order. And if you would all stand, Mr. Stewart asked you to do
Father, Lord, with me tonight, I thank you, Father, for the wisdom that you give to our president and his cabinet, Lord, that this Iranian thing went off okay and the man is rescued without any loss of life. Father, give them wisdom and all they're doing over there. Keep your hands on our troops over there, Father. Bring them all home safe. Father, I do pray that you give us the wisdom that you give them, Lord, to do the county's business and do it right, Lord. It will do all things decently in order. And Father, I ask a blessing upon everybody in this building tonight in Jesus' holy name. Amen.
Amen. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You guys will remain standing, please. This time I would like to have a moment of silence and just remember the victims of Montgomery County and the entire Montgomery County. Not only the victims that are no longer with us, but the victims that are going to live with this tragedy for the rest of their life. Thank you. This time we will ask for a roll call vote. Roll call, not the vote. Sorry.
Elijah Thomas.
Here.
Brian Teber.
Yep.
Justin Booth.
Here.
Rick Joyner. Shane Hicks.
Here.
Eric Watkins.
Here.
Terry Pitchu.
Here.
Vince Gray.
Here.
Archie Breyer.
Here.
Melissa Fields.
Here.
Bradley Jones.
Here.
Clint Mathis.
Here.
Mark Bush. Alexis Hayes.
Thank you. All right, at this time, we're going to, I want you to look over a couple of new agenda items. I spoke with Charles this afternoon. We had to add a few agenda items. You guys approved this earlier in the year. But before we do that, I want to make sure that you're clear about what we're adding to the agenda tonight, and then I'll get an approval for the agenda. One thing that we are adding is number 18 is a resolution to approve a grant of land over to the industrial park. If you guys want to take just a second, that's on page 62, at page 63. Make sure you're comfortable with, understanding that and that you've had enough time that when we get to that item, you'll be able to properly vote on it. If anybody would like this struck, we can also do that because it's late. But
We really don't need to strike it.
we really don't, but by staying legal, it's still the. Is everybody okay with the updated agenda? Or would you like a few more minutes? Okay. Is everybody going to be comfortable voting on item number 18 tonight and approval of the agenda? I seek a motion to approve the agenda.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Garrett, second by Ms. Fields. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Thank you, guys. Number 5 is the approval of minutes from February 9, 2026 meeting.
Motion approved.
Motion by Mr. Dorr, second by Mr. Jones. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Thank you. Number 6 is the approval of bi-monthly reports. They were in your packets. If you have any questions on those, we'll get you some answers. If not, I'll seek a motion to approve.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Joyner, second by Ms. Fields. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Number 7 is the approval of notaries. There's the new is Stephen Grissom and Christy Dunn. The renewals are there in front of you. We can, if any of you guys would like to take any of those out, we'd be glad to. If not, I'll seek a motion to approve the notaries. Motion by Ms. Fields. Second by Mr. Booth. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Number 8 is the approval of budget amendments we went over tonight, and I'll pass that on to Chairman Mark George.
The budget committee approved all amendments, and with that said, if there's any questions to be had, now give us one to ask them. If none, I make a motion to approve. I'll second.
Motion by Mr. George, seconded by Mr. Eric, and we will ask for a roll call vote at this time.
Brian Teeber,
Yes.
Justin Booth.
Yes.
Rick Joyner.
Yes.
Shane Hicks,
Yes.
Eric Watkins.
Yes.
Terry Pitchu,
Yes.
Vince Gray,
Yes.
Archie Pryor,
Yes.
Melissa Fields. Bradley Jones.
Yes.
Clint Mathis,
Yes.
Mark George.
Yes.
Alexis Taylor.
Yeah.
Elijah Thomas.
Yes.
Thank you. Number 9 is the audit committee report that you found on page 25. I am happy again to express the gratitude that I have for my staff at my office, along with all of the department heads. This is a team effort every year. This is 3 years. I don't have any wood, but this is 3 years running. Very few counties in the state would have that. We are appreciative of the finance staff we have. But anyway, so that's actually not that's just to let you guys know. Sorry.
But we approve.
Nah, but you gotta do the all right, number 10 is a resolution to authorize an amendment to the estimated beginning fund balance for 25-26. Motion by Mr. Joyner, second by Mr. Cryer. All in favor say aye. Are there any opposed? Thank you. 11 is a resolution to close out the other general funds, 127. Is there any questions? Motion by Mr. Joyner,
Second.
second by Mr. Dortch. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 12 is a resolution making appropriations to nonprofit charitable organizations of Stewart County Tennessee for the year beginning July 1st, 2025, and ending June the 30th, 2026. This is the first amendment to the original resolution approved on June the 2nd, 25. The changes in this are the addition of fire prevention, TBA impact funds, and the Museum of Military Culture, through TBA impact revenue.
Motion to approve, sir.
Motion by Mr. Watkins, seconded by Mr. Eli. All in favor say aye. Are there any opposed? Just so you guys know, these are resolutions, and we will be doing a roll call on number 15 when we get there. That will encompass all these resolutions when we transfer the money. Number 13 is a resolution authorizing the allocation of TB impact funds for emergency shelter improvements and improving partnership agreements with local organizations. Motion by Mr. Dorr. Second by second by Mr. Jones. Is there any discussion on this? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Thank you. Number 14 is a resolution authorizing the allocation of TBA impact funds by interlocal agreement between Stewart County and the city of Cumberland City for infrastructure funding. Motion by Mr. Dorch. Second by Mr. Booth. Is there any discussion on this?
We ever talked, I know the last meeting I asked about possibly our road department doing the work, is there any discussion on that?
We're working together on it. Yeah, there's been conversations between Cumberland City and the road department about, yes, and how that can happen. And also at the end of tonight, I think it's number 20 on the list, he's gonna be speaking specifically about roads, and you can get a much better answer than him. Okay, we have a motion and a second. All right, all in favor say aye. Are there any opposed? Here's the, number 15 is the budget amendments that encompasses this. It's Fund 101, the county general to TBA impact funds. So, if you guys are comfortable with all that, we will take a roll call vote at this time. Motion to approve. Motion by Clint. Second by Mr. Bone. All in favor say aye. No, you can say aye, but you gotta say it one at a time. Just hold up. Y'all getting excited. No, I'm just kidding.
Brian Seaver,
Yes.
Justin Booth, Rick Joyner, Shane Cates,
Yes.
Eric Watkins,
Yes.
Terry Pitchu,
Yes.
Vince Gray,
Yes.
Archie Fryer,
Yes.
Melissa Fields, Bradley Jones,
Yes.
Clint Mathis,
Yes.
Mark George,
Yes.
Alexis Taylor,
Yes.
Elijah Thomas.
Yes.
Number 16 is a resolution of the Board of County Commissioners of Stewart County, Tennessee, authorizing the approval and acceptance of 40,000 SAVBIK sweepstakes award. So if you've never won anything, now you have. Mr. John Bumpus put in for this, and it truly was a sweepstakes award. We actually won it. Our department got with audit to make sure, number one, it was legal and to follow the steps, and the state directed Ms. Heather's crew and how we should do it, and there's zero obligation to the county. So it's literally won something. So, and I have a motion to approve by Mr. Maddox. Second by Mr. Watkins. Can I have a roll call vote, please?
Brian Seaver,
Yes.
Justin Booth,
Yes.
Rick Joyner, Shane Cates,
Yes.
Eric Watkins,
Yeah.
Terry Pitchu,
Yes.
Vince Gray,
Yes.
Archie Fryer,
Yes.
Melissa Fields, Bradley Jones,
Yes.
Clint Mathis,
Yes.
Mark George,
Yes.
Alexis Taylor,
Yes.
Elijah Thomas.
Yes.
Budget, yeah, sorry. Budget amendment, number 17 on the agenda is a budget amendment for what you just voted on, so I'll let you guys go through that one more time. Motion by Mr. Joyner. Second by Ms. Fields. Roll call, please.
Brian Seaver,
Yes.
Justin Booth,
Yes.
Rick Joyner, Shane Cates,
Yes.
Eric Watkins,
Yes.
Terry Pitchu,
Yes.
Vince Gray,
Yes.
Archie Fryer,
Yes.
Melissa Fields, Bradley Jones,
Yes.
Clint Mathis,
Yes.
Mark George,
Yes.
Alexis Taylor,
Yes.
Elijah Thomas.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. number 18 is what I asked you to look over a little while ago, and it's a resolution to approve a grant of 15.85 acres in the Stewart Houston Industrial Park. The Industrial Development Board has entered into an agreement with a steel company that's going to be calling the industrial park home. You guys grant this, Houston County has already granted it. And they will be bringing several jobs. I don't want to get into all the aspects of it until it's signed in contract. That way we put that information out there. But they're bringing several jobs, and it looks to be a long-standing company, so I think that's going to be a really good fit for the industrial park. And that's what we're granting to the industrial development park as its property. Motion by Mr. Dortch. Second by Mr. Fitzhugh. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Thank you. Number 19 is the approval of surplus property. You guys see what's on there? We can take anything off you'd like to not vote on, or
Motion to approve.
motion by Ms. Fields. Second by Mr. Mathis. All in favor say aye. Are there any opposed? Thank you. Number 20 is a roads update. I've spoken with Mr. Sumner about some things that we're looking to try to help him with road-wise. And some of the stuff has got to do with LVL, but we just want to bring it before the county commission and keep you guys posted. You guys are on the ground, listening to the complaints of the roads and people that need their roads fixed. So this is just something that we wanted to give you a little bit of extra education on, so you can take back to your communities and let them know that we're not sitting on our hands.
I checked with roads. I can legally do this. I just have to run it by y'all. For every road that I pay in LBL with the forest, they will match the money that I can use in Stewart. So if I pay 12 miles of road in LBL, then I could pay standing rock from the dump fat days for zero money out of the county budget.
Now, they're paying for the asphalt,
They're paying for
and
that.
it's our labor.
It's our labor. Yep, but all the asphalt they're paying for, I Gillum Hollow, Standing Rock, I'd love to get them paid for by the forestry. That's what I would love to do. If they agree to everything, I'm up for it. I just had to bring it in front of the commissioners and know what I want to do.
Sounds like a fun.
So the only expense you would have would be the labor.
So what currently happens now, I had a meeting with LVL and they are extremely underfunded. I can't impress upon you how underfunded the federal government has made LVL. And we were talking about new inventive ideas that would help both of us out. And we went on a few projects. I don't know the contractor, so I can say it without any bias. There was a culvert there, a double culvert that was replaced in LVL not long ago to the tune of about 170-something thousand. So I just asked Ronnie, what do you think you could have done this for in-house? And he said probably 75,000. So when I went back to LVL, I said, so how would we get it approved for us? You know, we're a 4-day shift. The county road department is, they're off on Friday. So what would that look like if they had downtime and they could come out here and do it, save you money and make us money, you know, essentially. And they said, well, if we could ever get that approved, that's a win for us and you guys. Well, they made 2 phone calls. I made 2 phone calls and brought Ronnie in on it, and it all got approved at the state and the federal level. So we don't know what any of this is going to look like yet. It's so new. But the one thing that state audit impressed upon me is to make sure you take this before your county commission and let them make sure they don't have any questions or any concerns about it that we would face. We don't know what we're going to face, but we do know that it's a good avenue to help get some of these roads fixed that are. You guys have done a lot. You're giving $350,000 this year extra and over total. So you've done a lot for the roads, but I think our roads right now, in my opinion, is our largest handicap in the county. because it's just, they're beat up and he's got so many miles. But this could help.
It just taking Standing Rock alone, just that one road is $1,250,000. I got 400 miles of roads.
You gotta vote on it.
We don't have to vote, but if there's any concerns, it needs to go within the minutes.
How much paving will want you to do, you know yet?
Don't know.
Anything better than something, you know,
It,
that brings revenue to us for LPL.
yes.
It's a win-win, it's kind of like the 250 we allocated for Cumberland City. If you could do it, if we could cut it in half, then we're making money off of it. And the community gets more out of it, and we're keeping our labor tax dollars here.
Keep on tax dollars here, and it's just benefiting us.
Right, is it on the Tennessee end of it, or?
Oh, Lyon County and Trent County is doing the Kentucky side, and we're doing the Tennessee's. I can't believe it's working. I wish I could do it all.
Right, we're still gonna have people working on our roads though too, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But I got a paving crew, with what money I get, that crew only works 2 weeks. We can do our paving in 2 weeks, but I can keep that ditching crew on the paving crew, and I wish that crew could run year round.
Are you thinking about going to 5 days a week, so it would give you a day in
No,
LPL?
we went to 4 days. We were next to the last highway department that went in 4 days. You actually gained a rounded day by going 4 minutes.
And understand, this is not a vote, it's just, I wanna hear, do you have any concerns? Because every contract, that I'm told through ran between the legs has to come before you guys anyways. So you will be voting if they decide to use Ronnie on a project, you'll be voting on that. That's.
Mayor, would you and Ronnie have any impact on what road on the Tennessee end, like Gavin Point? They Gavin Point road service.
They have a list, Mr. Terry, they've got a list of, let's say, their top 10. I've seen their top 5 and what they are, and we'll be looking at those soon, giving them to Ronnie, but they have a list of their top 10, and there was some work on that, but I don't know.
Right, you got good enough equipment to hold up.
Oh, yes, I do. We just need the money. We're ready to go.
Okay.
I got the skill, got the labor, got the equipment. Just don't have the money.
Sounds like a pretty good deal to me.
It's no lose situation.
A win-win.
Thank you, Ron.
Thank you. Any questions?
We done that.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Ron.
Number 21 is discussion of remaining TVA impact funds and potential allocations. So we got to allocating the last February, and right now what we have left is $862,000. I told you guys the last time I wanted to bring a couple more allocations in front of you and see what you think about them. And I'll just start off on mine. It's kind of reiterating what I hit on the last meeting, but Heather has a better awareness of it now, so I feel like I can go into work in the morning. So discussion of the remaining TVA impact funds. Our courthouse is a mess. We discussed this. I'm asking you guys to allocate $200,000 to rehab the outside of that. I don't think $200,000 will do it.
Didn't we talk about that?
We talked about it, but we didn't allocate the funds, and to properly move forward, you guys are gonna have to allocate the funds and let her come back with a resolution. And we won't have to wait till June. We'll have a couple of meetings in between now and June because of budget, so it's not like, this is not something that's pressing. These issues I feel are pressing, but they're not emergency issues. That courthouse has been
Most of your work outside or in the whole thing.
no, I think we need to start with the outside. That's,
Well, if you don't.
We're considering the second ugliest courthouse in Tennessee. We've been talking about this since I've been in commission.
well, I mean, I'll take anything you guys want to, but 200,000 would give us a good step as far as definitely doing some cleanup and some painting and to start the process. My brain was thinking it's gonna be a long process, so let's allocate some more possibly with the next round of impact funds. We have another full payment coming, around the 1st of October sometime. Because we waited a while to allocate these funds, which is not a bad thing, but we're having some money coming. And then if we keep a little bit and you guys come into an emergency situation or a capital project that we can keep away from our budget, to ensure that taxes are not raised anytime in the near future, we could do that now, this time. I'm comfortable starting out with 200 or 250,000, whatever you guys would think.
So if you need more, we'll do.
Do you already, know what design you're gonna do, what you plan on doing, y'all?
No, we have a buildings committee that I want to put together along with Miss Carolyn Dark. Miss Carolyn Dark, if some of you guys know her, some of you don't. She has brought me every picture you can think of, and she's excited about this project. And I will bring it before you guys before we actually start doing anything. She's got some really good ideas. Some of them were not going to fit our budget, but she didn't know where we were going to land. And I'm gonna ask her to, go that committee with me, and we'll pick out maybe a design and bring it back to you guys for final approval.
Still that time capsule or something like this?
There is, that'll come up this year, yeah.
That was sold, so.
It's coming up in September this year.
As far as humane and stuff goes, would Frankie be able to help maybe some of his inmates to help and keep costs of the film a little bit too, or do you have to hire someone?
No, because, well, yeah, he can help us keep it down, but we're gonna have to have that bid out and everything at a certain level anyways.
Yeah.
So there's probably not gonna be a lot of general contractors would wanna bid on it to work behind other people, and I'm not meaning that as nobody, I'm not talking about, inmates or preachers. They probably just don't wanna work behind anybody else if they're a general contractor.
You want a motion for the 200,000?
I'll make a motion.
Archie's already made a motion, and then seconded by Ms. Fields. Roll call.
Brian Teemer,
Yes.
Justin Booth,
Yes.
Rick Joyner, Shane Hicks,
Yes.
Eric Watkins,
Yes.
Terry Pitchu,
Yes.
Vince Gray, Archie Fryer,
Yes.
Melissa Fields, Bradley Jones,
Yes.
Clint Mathis,
Yes.
Mark Dorch,
Yes.
Alexis Taylor, Elijah Thomas.
Thank you, guys. We should be able to put some lipstick on that pig for 200,000.
In fact, I was waiting to ask for enough to put up the basketball goal at then at the park. We're out, that wasn't included. I don't know what a hole and a backboard and that's gonna run us, but I would have had for less for it did that.
You said a dent, so I was like, that's like $12. I was
I'll donate that.
I don't know what that looks like.
like $300 to be a magazine. He wants a basketball.
We had talked about it at the very beginning, but then the prices got settled out. Not on the whole cost, we shot, we had to go back and reallocate.
And what price are we talking ballpark?
Not to exceed 2,500.
I mean, you could take that from extra money we had interesting.
Interesting, okay. If there's. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Because we're not gonna use impact funds to do this with, under new business, let's make this 100% solid legal, and we'll discuss this under new business. We just need to move it down a month, because it's not gonna be used with TBA impact. But we'll still try to get you a basketball going down there. I just wanna see you playing.
You got a dunk.
I'll make the motion for it, that if we get a picture of you down there playing.
You gotta play with it.
Okay, I'll do it.
Alright,
I'll do
TDA impact funds, $150,000 we talked about going to utilities, we didn't allocate. A couple of you guys asked me to reach out to the utility districts and speak to them about the money. I did speak to them, both utility districts. Both utility districts understand that they're gonna bring us back in some kind of, maybe not a contract form, but what they're gonna use the money on before it's given out. I've spoken with West Stewart. They are very interested in putting meters in the ground. Mr. Joe is very, very interested in doing that.
It's already in the process.
Yeah, so, and then, spoke with North Stewart. They understand, you know, what you guys are looking for, and they were 100% in agreement.
Already moving forward.
So, I'm asking for $150,000 to go into, utility services. $100,000 for, North Stewart, $50,000 for West Stewart.
Is that the line that goes to FEMA?
What we can't do is mandate them to put anything in with this money.
Just give it to them.
But we can say it's for infrastructure.
Why are they getting more on their side? We're getting 50 on our side.
Because there's 4 times as many on this side as there is on this side.
I mean, that is a big, I mean, just saying, if you go on Facebook and go anywhere, it is a big concern, and with the buildup of people we have coming in the area, it's a, you know, it could be catastrophic, that is why I'm asking.
So the county,
You don't think it's built up over there, take a rest.
Have you been up to 32?
Take a rest.
this is just a start. We gotta keep on helping, if we wanna see our infrastructure move, then we gotta keep on helping and doing what we're doing right here. That's the only way we can do it, because the state says this is the only way that you can help these independent utility districts.
Or are they gonna bring back a project map of what they're going to do?
Before we write a check.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Pryor.
Second.
Second by Mr. Cates. Can I have a roll call vote, please?
Brian Teemer,
Yes.
Justin Booth.
Yeah.
Rick Joyner. Shane Cates.
Yes.
Eric Watkins.
Yes.
Terry Pitchu.
Yeah,
Vince Gray.
Yes.
Archie Pryor.
Yes.
Melissa Fields. Bradley Jones.
Yes.
Clint Mathis.
Yes.
Mark Dorch.
Yes.
Alexis Taylor.
Yeah.
Elijah Thomas.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, guys, with those allocations, that'll bring us down to 512,000. I have one more that I would like to put before you guys and see what you think about it. I'll start off this conversation by saying our animal control committees and our animal control populations out there that are really, those folks, that community, I guess would be the right word, are doing an excellent job. But I think that we, as a county legislative body, can now take another step in animal control at a minimal price. And I've talked with the sheriff about this. There's a couple of programs that I have seen across the state, just from what I've seen, and it's not reinventing the wheel. But I'm asking for you to appropriate $50,000 to the sheriff's office. And our goal in that money is to build a small facility to house emergency animals. So what I'm saying is a smaller building that would be located at the sheriff's office. And I'll give you an example. I don't have to give you names, but I'll give you an example. It was a veteran got arrested a couple of months ago, had 2 dogs. They looked forever before somebody would take these dogs, and I think the general was only in there a couple of nights, but there was nowhere to put these dogs at all. And it had become a real thorn, become a really big issue. So one of my thoughts is if we have an issue like that, if our sheriff's deputies are out there and we're paying 3 deputies pretty decent wage to sit there and wait and try to find somebody for a dog, we are way money ahead to go on and build it now. Let them take control of this dog. Let them take it back. The sheriff has agreed that the inmates can work with these animals or help in any way possible. I mean, it's going to take continuing education. I haven't spoken to a lot of folks about this, but one of the ones I did speak, I don't know who it was now, that said, I'd sure hate for a deputy to take a dog and throw it in a new $80,000 vehicle. So we're going to have steps. But as a first step, I don't think which way.
I think of a facility you talked about.
It's not gonna be big, because we don't have the, I don't know, but I'm thinking like probably like a 30 by 40. We would have to go with like a metal style board, if that is a program where there might be some inmates that have those skills that we can send maintenance over to help with. I just want it to be appealing to where it doesn't look like a
So,
dog bin.
not piggyback on
Yep.
when the animal control committee meets, or met, I guess, there's an idea of the fact that we don't want to just take the animal control committee and let them oversee the money that we give them, right? We want to form that into something. We want to have an end goal. Ultimately, this is the beginning stages of what animal control could be for our county. This is for emergency type situations in the beginning. I was the one that said I didn't want to see a dog running back in front of the Durango or the sport, right? That's makes no sense. But it also makes no sense to start looking for vehicles and ways to transport animals if we have nowhere to take them. In the end, it's going to take the work of this committee, it's going to take the work of the commission and the sheriff. It's also going to take the backing of the judge. He's going to say, hey, we housed your dog for 7 days. You're going to pay restitution to the sheriff's office for the services that we provide. Obviously, we're going to take some liability, and I keep using that word, but if you start throwing dogs in pens, you don't know what you're going to get, right? But at the end of the day, to make animal control work in this community, we have to use what we have. The only thing we have is our rescue partners, the sheriff's office, and an idea. Until we start building off of that, we're doing nothing but throwing money at a problem.
So you gotta start somewhere. So
And this is the
I'm good on that.
I think the only question I have is, looking at, election coming up, if the next sheriff doesn't do it, longevity wise, is there something we can write in that says that this is the part of the job description for that has to be adapted for a long period of points, so that person can go, we don't wanna do this.
I think that's gonna be something that the county attorney has to come up with, and that's also something that we're gonna have to also work with the sheriff on this as well, because you also don't want, I work for another county, I don't wanna go just snatch a dog, that's not my job. So at some point, as this grows, we're gonna have to look at somebody who's willing to handle animals. We're gonna have to look at possibly converting equipment that we already have into a way of transport, example, because I'm not the sheriff, but I can tell you that man right there don't want to go pay $80,000 for a drink and throw a wet dog in the back. And I don't blame him.
Who'd be in control of the bill? Is it under the sheriff's department? It would have to be under the sheriff, that's what that. But simply because of the program that we're trying to build with the inmates and the things like that. I mean,
Are you thinking like, so you're saying like when somebody got arrested and they took his dog, but you're also thinking about, are we talking about stray dogs as well?
emergency stray dogs that we can't find, if there's one of our groups that say, I can take that dog, but I can't take that dog till tomorrow. Yeah, I think the sheriff, ultimately it's gonna be up to who, the sheriff. But, I think that comfort level, as they build and the inmates decide that's a program that, a lot of the folks that I've talked to said the inmates really does.
What they did before, I think that's part of our conversations, like, how long can it sustain itself? How much money can we tell this, but there's something written in there, 8, 9, 10, 15 years, all the work that we put in, money goes into it. That a new sheriff doesn't come in and go, I don't wanna mess with this anymore, then how do we fix that problem? How can we think ahead, get it fixed now, so that, because next commission, we would dump more money into it, try to get better, as we talk about making build, and even maybe hire a personnel to part-time or something to take care of that. Like I said, the sheriff owns, he's the head of that area, 15 years from now, somebody goes back and says, no, I don't wanna do this. How do we prevent that happening? Is there something we could, as the commission, so put it in writing that says, here's your people now, but,
I know what you're saying,
Or it's
it's not a great answer, I don't believe, but I know Charles can answer, but you're not gonna be able to hold any of those newly elected officials to anything. I've learned that.
I really don't think
I don't think you're gonna have that issue. If we are finding solutions to problems, I don't think you're gonna have the sheriff that's gonna come in and say, hey,
Yeah, I'm just,
we're out. And the end goal of this is to find somebody, have a personnel that we're not just taking in stray dogs willy-nilly, right? We want to network with the people that we have. These rescues know more about dogs than I do. And they know the people to send them to. We don't. And so the end game is to, if we have a stray animal, to facilitate it until we can network with a rescue to take that dog.
So it's the sheriff. He's more than welcome to get up and speak. When I spoke with him, he thought
I mean, 50 signs, it might be 2 o'clock in the morning, somebody just wants to call and say, hey, I want to put a dog in there.
Time out.
Just the sheriff's department, just the
Time out.
sign.
So that doesn't work, okay? That's a very big misconception of animal control. Where I work at, I'll just say like, you call for a stray dog in Montgomery County at midnight, we're not coming. End of story. Our animal control responds to stray animals from 8 a.m., 7 a.m. until 4 p.m. when animal control is available. Unless it's a situation where somebody is arrested and they have an animal in their possession, then animal control will come out. It is a very big misconception that when you call 911, somebody needs to be there to get a dog. That is not the case. And that's something that people need to accept, especially us being in a very rural community. If somebody calls and says we have a stray dog, I hate it for you. We'll try to help you, but we're not going to just send a deputy out at 2 o'clock in the morning to take a dog to the sheriff's office.
Sheriff, you got any concern? I mean, I know this is so early and I've talked to you about it. Do you have any concerns?
No,
Over what I've spoken to you about?
And we talked about it, we'll have to lay some more ground with them.
Right.
No, I'm not gonna be a dog catcher. I can't. We can't, we don't have to quit it on. But it's like you said, for emergency situations and things like that. Now, if it's a vicious animal, I don't know what we're gonna do. That's a different story. Cause I don't expect my deputy to go out there and get a vicious animal. But we've got situations where, we got animals and some of these, rescue places don't have places to put them. I can tell you right now, in the past, that we've done, when we have had to pick up animals, and we didn't have anything, place to take them, we took them to the vet, over there. We all paying quite a bit, the county was paying quite a bit to keep them there. On the days, and how many days they stayed there until they could find them home. And I'm willing to work with that. As far as what people say, or the two particular people anyway, I want to work with the animal stuff, and I want to keep animals, but still, I think this is an option. I can, as long as I'm sheriff, I'll keep working with it. I've got the manpower to do it. I got the inmates, and we still, I don't know everybody said, we still got the inmate program there. I have not had any dogs over there in the last few months because nobody's brought us in. But the last one I had was in December, and I had 5, and that was an emergency situation. And we'll do that, and I'll work with whatever, and we just have to lay some ground rules when we come out. But I don't want people thinking that we got a dog shelter and they can call and I'm going to come pick up a dog at any time. If there's an emergency situation and then, like I said, stray animal, but it's a stray animal, it's a stray animal until it becomes an emergency and we'll have to do something.
yeah, I mean, I'm all for it, 100%. I just think the misconception of the public is that it's gonna become this part, and we have to make sure that there's a public inquiry that, hey, this is the guidelines, this is what you're obligated yourself to, the commission's obligated yourself to, we're gonna work off of it. But, long term, it could be totally different, but right now, this is what we're gonna say we're gonna do. And make sure that way they're not calling you or throwing you under the bus on the internet, that you want to pick up my dog.
And because if people I don't want people thinking that that's what this is. Like, we're going to come out and pick up a dog, because, and then we'll call on weekends or Saturdays or midnights and say, I got a dog and a stray dog, and y'all got to, y'all supposed to be taking it, pick them up. That's not what it's for. I'm willing to work. I'm willing to work with the mayor, and willing to work with the commission on this. Tell me, we'll try to work it out. I'll tell you that. We'll try to work it out. Something. Bottom line, you're going to have to do something sooner or later. Maybe later than it is sooner, but the animal population not going to go away.
So I guess
You got a lot of labor. What are you talking
what I'm asking you for tonight is to allocate and earmark the money. We'll bring back the plans to you guys. We'll bring back the plans to, what size that we can afford to build, what amenities that we're gonna put in there, and then we'll bring that back before you, again, before any checks are written. You guys can approve that. I'm just asking for you to allocate and earmark that money.
I make a motion.
When you make guidelines, on how, let's say for instance, he go pick up, no, you can't find nowhere for it to go. How long are you gonna keep that though?
That's something that that's the details we're gonna have to get. Worked out. You know, that's one of the major holdups right now in the county is half of our citizens are for kill shelters and the other ones are for no kill shelters. And it's a dividing line there. So we have to work out these plans.
I'm just wondering how long y'all, do they keep those up there?
I don't know, I don't, but I mean, I think realistically, the animal control committee that we have together right now, they actually, they're pretty good. And so, I think people are starting to become realistic to the fact that you just can't throw every dollar you have at every animal that you come. And so it's at the end of the day, some are not gonna make the cut.
I just told you, like, do you know how many people will not go to treatment because they don't have any work with their dog? So this is huge just for that. They won't go to treatment because they don't have any work with their dog. But they can put it up for a couple days.
You take the old dog, that old, you're gonna spend a lot of money on in vet bills and, if you keep it for a long period of time.
But I'll also say this, it's about networking, because there's also a lot of rescues. We have one in this community that they just take dogs that are senior animals. So I mean, networking.
We don't have the answers, but I think it's a really good start. I think this committee and then the animal control community, but all the committees.
Archie made a motion, I second.
All right. First by Mr. Cryer, properly seconded by Ms. Fields. I would like a roll call vote for the allocation and earmark number.
Brian Tipper,
Yes.
Justin Booth.
Yes.
Rick Joyner, Shane Hates.
Yes.
Eric Watkins.
Yes.
Terry Fitchie.
Yeah,
Vince Graham.
Yes.
Archie Fryer,
Yes.
Melissa Fields. Bradley Jones.
Yes.
Clint Mathis.
Yes.
Mark George.
Yes.
Alexis Taylor. Elijah Thomas.
Yes.
Okay. My math is right, and it probably isn't. We have about 472,000. Is there any, I haven't spoken to a lot of you about this impact money because we had that long conversation last meeting. I would like to save a little bit of it for future projects, but also impact money is money that should be impacting the community. It's not, they specifically said when I was there fighting for the impact money in Paris Landing, they specifically said it's not a set on account. So they don't get necessarily tell us how to spend it right now. What's that?
It's gonna be a long summer, I'm sure there's plenty of them.
Well, I mean, I didn't know about the other districts. We didn't give all our money to a basketball goal. I didn't know if any other districts had a soccer.
Yeah, I ain't talking about 50K either.
Is there any, oh, I'm sorry. Here, let's, don't think about that 472.
So we've been working on trying to get public safety communications in Lang from the Lakes, I guess. I've been here 28 years and we've never been able to have communication. I think we have finally worked a deal with TVA and Forest Service to allow us to put our equipment on a tower down there that's owned by TVA. And I think the sheriff and Greg will both attest. When we go down there on calls, we don't have a ton, but when we do go down there, it's usually something pretty good. We're going to long-term event, maybe missing persons, missing hunters. So communications down there right now is just tough. And so I would like to see, we've got permission now to use this tower, I think, if we could take 100,000 and put toward, putting some communication equipment on this tower. And then, that won't do it all, that will be a start. I don't know it yet, but I plan to ask 911 for an additional 100. And that will solve that problem there in Wayne Lakes for our fire, EMS, and law enforcement communication.
So what are you asking for?
100.
As far as the other wood, will this help that area too? Will it reach that?
It is definitely probably would not help raise it. And the reason, the only way you're gonna solve that is go on the other side of the bridge and put some, because you got that big bluff right there and it's
always,
it's a bad spot.
How much coverage would it give?
Well, I mean, certainly, is there gonna be a dead spot in LPL? Yes. Is it gonna be 100% better than what it is now? Yes. And I've got coverage now. Yeah. It's certainly gonna make it 100 times better. Because now you want me.
Mayor, it is too early to mention anything about it.
We'll go ahead and address Mr. Mathis's first. Does anyone, would anyone like to put that in the form of a motion to allocate and earmark that? I'll second. Okay, I got a first by Mr. Watkins, second by Mr. Booth. Can I have a roll call vote for the allocation and earmark $100,000?
Ron Taylor,
Yes.
Justin Booth.
Yes.
Rick Joyner, Shane Hicks.
Yes.
Eric Watkins,
Yes.
Terry Fitzhugh,
Yes.
Vince Grant,
Here, yes.
Richie Pryor, Melissa Field,
Yes.
Bradley Jones,
Yes.
Clint Mathis,
Yes.
Mark George,
Yeah.
Alexis Taylor, Elijah Thomas.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Mr. Perry, if you want to smoke, you.
No, I'll let you just, tell what's going on there. On Hickman Creek.
Well, we applied and received a grant to, refurbish Hickman Creek area. I don't know how to say that. We're gonna be using some of the existing stuff that's there and, but we received about 360,000. And when I say we, before everything goes haywire, it's not we. You guys give me permission 3 years ago to help bring grants into this fund that were not county related, and this is one of those grants. It won't be going through our county as far as flow through money or any of that. It's health grant money. So, and we're gonna be taking the peak of Hickman Creek, cleaning all that area up. It's got a nice sized pavilion going in, a really nice sized playground. And, we're gonna do
basketball.
We're gonna do
If you don't want to help the people, the kids of Indian land, that's fine. That's fine. Let it be out of the work.
We wanna budget it in.
We
want
Let it be
We want
out
to
of
make
the
sure
work.
it's already in the budget.
All right,
Okay.
we wanna make sure it's one thing.
It would have been ours too.
If
Well,
there's
I
any,
want help for the kids that come on the center. We don't have to play.
I think everybody should.
He
be
don't
basketball.
want to help kids.
They don't have to.
Alright, so,
Okay. the building,
so,
playground,
and a lot of underbrushing and cleaning up, but, and a lot of people, I've mentioned before, I've never said in this setting and told the paper or the news to put out that anything is tax-free. You can't go back on record and find out where I said that's tax-free. What you can go back and see where I said is, it's probably taxes from Williamson County and we appreciate it. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, we like that.
About it every time.
We like.
But with this money that's coming through the health organization, it is not tax money. It is money that was brought to that committee from the sale of the Memorial Hospital. Now, was there tax dollars put into the Memorial Hospital 50 years ago? I don't know. It wasn't a lot, so, but that was what that money's coming for. If you get any questions, this is not county tax dollars at all. But it is gonna help out the Hickman Creek area and that community over there, which is.
Way like you did, there's already a lot of concrete, paint and table stuff in there that can be utilized. You won't have to do it. But I know the community is very excited about
I'm coming over there stealing the basket.
at least the net.
Hey, we'll give that, we'll find that.
Do we have any further discussion of TDA impact funds for tonight? Mr. Craig?
There was something on the agenda for the, I think it is, maybe under new business. But the paying for it, maybe? Can you use impact money on it?
We haven't, it passed opioid abatement committee and you guys already voted on that, with the,
Third.
yeah, it's in the it's come out of opioid funds,
Yeah, but how much is that?
40,000. 40. That's what the judge and the committee needed to carry on that program for the remainder of the year. And it actually, they lost theirs altogether. So this opioid abatement fund is being used in different counties in a similar fashion. And he was talking to the committee about the waiting list that it takes to get into cities, councils, and things like that. And they unanimously passed it on to you guys and thought it was a good idea. So, but yeah, it's approved.
The reason I asked that, I didn't know if we had more money, since we got the impact money.
We do. Do we have
More money to give.
for that program?
Yeah.
Yes, but we asked that specific question while I went and met with them. How much do they need to fund this throughout the year? And the reason we asked that, not saying we won't come back and ask for more money, but that program has a very good feeling about getting that grant re-up or a similar grant that would cover those funds through that. Not saying they won't come back. And we have reoccurring opioid abatement money also. We don't, I feel like hits that problem dead on. But for right now, I literally asked them what do they need to get through the end of the year, and they said 20. So that's what I took for the opioid abatement.
Just one more thing, it's just a thought. We got some pickleball courts down at the community park, and we're putting a pavilion or two down there.
Can't have a basketball.
There may be a basketball court.
There's a basketball court down there now.
Should we be thinking about maybe some security cameras and things like that down there in the future? Maybe Wi-Fi for the public, I'm just thinking about that.
I don't know if y'all been by there or not, but the park is packed. It's packed.
That pickleball court is dead.
Yeah, so do I think that would be a good use of money? Absolutely. Some kind of security.
And I have no idea what.
I don't know what any of that
Might be
might be.
something that Andy needs to look into.
They just, go ahead, I didn't mean to interrupt you, go ahead. And our fire department is pretty good shape, their equipment, stuff, do you know where they're at on equipment?
Well, we're working on some stuff right now, with, the fire department and, EMA to bring something back before you get. What is it? It's so spread out right now, it would be, you would have a Christmas list, it's not, we're gonna find out what the need is and try to attach it. We got to bring it. Does anybody like to discuss any of the impact funds, or are y'all confident?
Somebody's gotta be supplied with somewhere, right? We can make it back forward.
So,
He said he would put it there.
number 22, we'll move on to new business. I've heard through the grapevine that Indian Mountain needs a basketball. And,
Make a motion.
I'm asking that you guys appropriate $2,500. I don't care you about the appropriate. Well, not to exceed $2,500. And, I feel like we can do it for a third of that, but I don't wanna not help the kids out.
So do you wanna have the Cumberland City kids out with
We-
some flavor?
Yeah, and y'all can do that out of that.
We'll have
I would love to help out we're helping out every.
We'll have some more next fall.
Motion to approve. How much money's left?
A second, impact money, 362, 372. 362. So,
I gave the first motion.
motion by Mr. Cryer to appropriate not to exceed $2,500 for a basketball goal in Indian Mountain. May I have a second?
He wasn't gonna say, I put the motion to approve.
Second by
Archie.
Mr. Booth. Can I have a roll call vote since that's new?
This is not coming out of impact.
No, it's not. That's why we mentioned Charles.
Just remember, your district may want something.
Hey. Yes.
Brian Seaver,
Yes.
Justin Booth. Rick Joyner. Shane Cates.
Yes.
Eric Watkins.
Yes.
Terry Pitcher.
Yes.
Vince Gray.
Yes.
Archie Fryer.
Yes.
Melissa Fields. Yes. Bradley Jones.
Yes.
Clint Mathis.
Yes.
Mark George.
Yes.
Alexis Taylor. Elijah Thomas.
I'll give you one more heads up on new business while we're here. We just had a new, you can call it a bond rating. It's actually a credit score that's given out through, Moody's out of New York, I believe is where they're from. Is that right? Yeah, out of New York, and they give each county a grade. And we were just upgraded to AA3, which is the third highest that you can get. And right now, I didn't see any on the AA1 list. Did you see that list? I didn't see any. Our county's in the 18th percentile now in credit rating. They do a study of what your expenditures are, what your what the cost of living here is, and all kinds of stuff. It is really a big honor. I can't express it the way it needs to be expressed, but it is a huge honor to be upgraded to an AA. So I'll get you that guys that information. And yeah, no, I agree with you, Steve. And all right, anybody else have any new business? Come before the commission.
Both to
Adjourn, second somewhere over there. All in favor, say aye. Thank you, guys.